Hey guys, we are going to look at lesson 15.6 for today's Big Ideas Math. We're going to start with our Explore and Grow.
Let's identify shapes that show halves, thirds, and fourths.
All right, so remember when our shapes are split into halves, they're split into two equal groups. Thirds are three equal groups, and fourths are four equal groups. Remember, our groups have to be equal.
Drag the shapes to sort them into the categories shown.
All right, so we're going to sort these. First of all, we're going to find all of the unequal ones. This one would be unequal. This one would be unequal. Now let's find all of the ones that are split into two equal groups. This one's split into two, so these are split into halves. All right, now we're going to look at the ones that are split into three. This one's split into three. And Miss Dennis is unsure of this one, but I checked this answer, and this one is also split into three, so we'll look at that one a little bit more later. And then these are split into four equal groups. Now let's check our answer.
How did you know where each shape belonged when you sorted them?
All right, now let's take a look at our Think and Grow.
The rectangle has two equal shares, or halves. Half of the rectangle is one of the equal shares. The rectangle has three equal shares, or thirds. A third of the rectangle is one of the equal shares. The rectangle has four equal shares, or fourths. A fourth of the rectangle is one of the equal shares.
All right, so remember when it's split into two equal groups, it's halves, three equal groups is thirds, and four equal groups is fourths. And we'll talk about more about the words halves, thirds, and fourths when you work on fractions in third grade. All right, let's look at our show and grow before you guys work on your practice if you haven't done it yet. All right, so this one says choose the shape that shows halves. So that circle is split into halves. Choose the shape that shows halves. Well, this one's thirds. This one would be halves. Choose the shape that's split into thirds. Well, this one's split in half, and this one is split into 1, 2, 3 thirds. Choose the shape that shows thirds. This one is 1, 2, 3, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would go with that one. All right, the shape that's split that shows fourths, that one is split in half, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the shape that shows fourths. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. This one also has 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you notice, this one's trying to trick us. It is not split into equal parts. So the answer would be this one. All right, now you guys can work on your Big Ideas practice for 15.6 if you haven't finished it. And if you have any questions about partitioning your shapes, your 2D shapes into halves, thirds, or fourths, you can ask me tomorrow during our conference.